Hello, everybody. I'm Patrick Boxall, Executive Vice President and CSO with KRA Corporation. I'm glad to speak with you today. I have been with KRA Corporation for going on 29 years now, so a lifetime for many people who are listening. And what's really kept me engaged with the company as well as with workforce development is our focus on how do we do things better? What do we change? How do we update and keep our work and our operation really at the leading edge of the industry? One of the things that I get to do in my role at KRA is really drive strategic partnerships for our organization across the country and across the company. I think that when I think about partnership, I think it's really a term that is in many respects overused and in other respects it's underused. Overused in the sense that partner is a very easy term to throw around, that you're in a partnership with another organization. Underused in that really everything that we do day to day involves working with other organizations and individuals. So whether that be working with an individual job seeker or a business, thinking about what resources they need to be successful in the workforce and in the labor market, all the way to the system level and thinking about what other resources are necessary to bring to bear. Our economy and the way that our systems are set up really are fragmented. And we need to think about what other resources we can bring to bear to really have an impact on the local communities where we work. What other funding resources can we bring to bear? What are the technical and support resources for our customers? And it's really that mix that is vital for us to be effective. So what makes a partnership truly successful? From my perspective, there are lots of different ingredients here. First off, a partnership has got to be meaningful. It can't just be a check the box that we've entered into a partnership with an organization. Fundamentally, what's underneath any successful partnership are either aligned or overlapping goals. So in situations where we're dealing with a common population, where we have overlapping goals related to economic development, it's really important to identify those and look at what each organization is able to bring to bear. The other element here really is measurement. You've got to know how the partnership is operating in order to say whether it's being successful or not. And so keeping track of what each partner is bringing to the table, how that interaction is materializing is really important to do. It's really important then to be able to come back and determine whether that is on the right track or not. Partnerships need to be dynamic. They need to evolve over time. I can think of very few instances where we've had a partnership that has not changed. There are always ways to improve what it is we're doing and think about ways to advance that partnership. But the other comment I would make is that it's important for partnerships to grow over time. I have had the great fortune to work with KRA in a lot of different communities across the country. And of course, when we as a national provider come into a new community, we don't necessarily have the depth of existing partnerships and resources at our fingertips that another entity might have. That said, I think we've demonstrated time and time again as we've come into a new community that we have the capability and we have the perspective, the resources to build those partnerships. And so that's a really important aspect of who we are and how we operate that I think is important to keep in mind.